as we're having fun, but let's have some fun out on the pitch with 300 seconds on the clock. Another 500 matchup. Team Sonus and Best Buds United.
Yeah, and I think a lot of this series is really going to come down to what BBU shows up. Is it the one from last Invitational where they were playing really well, had good infield passes, and were able to rotate well? Or is it going to be the BBU that we've seen so far in this Invitational where everything just seems out of sorts?
Yeah, and again, I think a lot of that comes down to their transition. Can the transition, especially the three-man plays that they are so patented for, almost having a little bit give and go here. The shot by John is a little weak, but that's what I want to see from BBU. Getting those passes going, giving them shot opportunities, getting physical in front of the net as well, mudding things up, and putting on a ton of pressure. Great job by Sonus to get out of this. Blake does flick it over the top of one into the corner by Camo, trying to go for the bump, and Pato on an island, able to kick it out, but we got some good back and forth here early, but so far does look like BBU having better control.
Yeah, as honestly Fun's trying to take this one out of the corner, and we're seeing what BBU has done in the past, which is cycle it down low, look for one good back wall pass, and then just finish. And they're getting closer, just not able to finish off that final pass. The last couple just flying a little too far across the box for them to get the shot on target.
Blake able to go. Camo going for John, not able to pick up the demo. I like the call, was already well up, did not have any opportunity for the pass. Just going for the bump, trying to clear things out. Will be turned away now. Pato picking up the demo into the corner by Camo's. Blake quickly up, shot is going to go wide. Had two players sitting in net for BBU. Regardless, it's Pato and Tank. It's Pato.
It's Pato. They gave him that goal for his birthday. They just felt like being knights there. John trying to get the save off back wall. Couldn't quite get his car to stop and knock it down, but nice placement there from Pato, putting it in the one spot where John was going to have the hardest chance to get there. Is honestly Fun. Just misses a great opportunity. Had an open net to shoot at and just sailed that one high.
Is Ethos coming in with the raid? What is going on? Ethos Esports, and apparently, honestly, Fun is an honest fan of Ethos, getting a goal immediately after it happens. Pato getting the first touch, tried to go low, but the challenge so incredibly quick from Honestly Fun. No opportunity for even a 50 and tying this one up.
Yeah, and I think Pato thought he had a little bit more time there than what he actually did. Looked like his recovery, he was just taking his time with it, not expecting Honestly Fun to be there. But I want to say the most impressive thing with this BBU team is having Honestly Fun on the roster as Pato puts another one in.
Yeah, dude, birthday magic. How dare you talk about Honestly Fun when we got Birthday Boy out on the pitch, able to get that one over the top. And Honestly Fun getting the touch, not able to catch enough of it, and Team Sonus gaining that one goal lead back as we are hitting halftime here in game number one, and about what we were expecting. You know, a little bit of back and forth from both these teams. Again, right in the middle of the pack, trying to continue their streak on the Sonus side of BBU, trying to figure it out, get the second half really rolling. And you know, they're starting to get rolling with the passes. John, great job getting that to Millsy.
Yeah, and I mean, seeing a lot of what we saw reminiscent of BBU and Team Sonus last Invitational, just trading kickoff goals from what it feels like. Wouldn't be surprised to see another one here, as that's really been the weak point for both of these teams. Blake gets the demo somehow. It didn't seem like he was going fast enough there, but finally we get away without a kickoff goal here. But let's see who can settle down and in this next 2 minute get some type of offensive rotation going and come away with this win.
Hey, listen, it is still not a 50-goal game like we had last week, so definitely plenty of action still going on as Millsy has the read. Honestly Fun throwing that one up in the waterfall. No chance for Camo. Looking up at that ball going, yep, that's in the air. That's not good. Slammed onto his face and getting the one goal lead over to BBU.
Yeah, that's a really tough spot to be in there for Camo. Like, you don't know if it's going to waterfall. You don't know if it's going to kick out mid. And Millsy, with the biggest ego challenge of his life, just going up for it, having 100% faith that it was just going to waterfall down, and slots that one in. And that's the type of confidence that we haven't seen from BBU this Invitational so far, that they need to find if they want to start turning this season around.
Here an opportunity, does get the infield pass out, but it's going to be Camo and Pato who attack it. Camo getting the shot on net, as this was just all sorts of muddied up. There are 5 cars within a scarab of each other at midfield, and somehow, again, he blends in. You can't see him, gets the little pop over the top of everybody, and Sonus all knotted up.
Yeah, nice little play there. Pato gets the demo, gets the boost. John just having to slow play that one is honestly fun. Throws this off the corner, but this is kind of where we see BBU thrive in these situations. When they're tied up just behind one and they're able to get nice rotations and get a quick counterattack there. That was what honestly Fun wanted to start, but couldn't get a good read along the corner there. So let's see how they pick it up here as we're under 50 seconds to play. Seeger still tied at 3s.
Yeah, it's going to come down to that one transition. Who's able to get the clean outlet pass to their teammate? It's something that we come to expect from BBU, but it's Camo who's not even going to worry about the team play, saying, I got the solo play right here in the corner. Millsy not able to get the touch of Camo just enough to get that inside far post. John sliding just a smidge too far forward, and you know, a lot depends on this kickoff, but Team Sonus seems to be having the answers.
Yeah, and I mean, that was an unfortunate own goal there. I don't know if it would have been in otherwise if he didn't get that little touch there, but honestly, Fun, nice beat. Pops this one high off back while Blake's going to be there. Awkward touch. Millsy can't get the read. John's there, takes the shot. Blake almost own goals Camo. Huge save there. Final 10 seconds to play. It's still a 3-4 ball game.
Yeah, I think that was a pinch to get it out, but not over yet. John able to get the ball cleared all the way down. Blake first one to it. Honestly Fun avoiding the demo, but Pato first one up, able to kill the ball into the far corner, and Team Sonus hang on to take the 4-3 victory in game number 1. And look at their efficiency. My goodness. 4 shots, 4 goals, 0 saves on BBU side. Like, I mean, I get it. They had 10 shots, and I know that they're not, we don't necessarily get super hyped and flashy about their defense, but their defense is normally solid, but it just non-existent. And I understand Millsy was not allowed to touch the ball ever again, but their defense was rather non-existent.
Yeah, but in all honesty, this feels really similar to the last series, right? Where Irate was able to come out, win game 1 off of a couple of miscues from Trash, and then Trash was able to turn it around. And so for BBU going into this next one, they need to shore up that defense. Like, to give up those 4 goals and have no saves whatsoever, and one of them be an own goal, like, you have to wonder how much that's going to affect their psyche. And so for them, just slow down the rotations, open up the comms, and then just look for those quick outlets. Even though Millsy's ping's running a little high at 128, you should still be able to work through that, because that's about where he's at week in, week out.
Yeah, and again, you know, they like being aggressive. They like getting up the pitch and getting those outlet passes. So, you know, they do have that first player is typically a little far forward and not quite able to be on the defensive side, but you can't get out and get that opportunity unless you get the save in the first point. So, you know, I definitely want to see them playing a little bit further back, at least ensuring that they're going to get the save, ensuring that they're going to get the clear before they're sending somebody forward. The pressure already on by Team Sonus, and Pato is just popping off on his birthday. The little self-pass double tap.
Great read there from Pato, playing for the miss. Puts himself in perfect position to put that one in, starting out game 2 the same way he started out game number 1 here, scoring quick and putting BBU behind the 8 ball early.
Blake trying to gain control off of the kickoff. Honestly Fun able to be the first one to it. Camo with the boom and clear. Nobody on the back wall on the first point for BBU. Millsy does get back in time as John going to replace that. A good 50 out of the corner, but again, Sonus with the pressure, able to keep the ball in the corner, but do have to back off now. It's honestly fun. Able to get the first, gets the second. It was just a little wide and showing why you can't give this BBU squad any space and time, especially when they're able to throw the ball up the pitch. They will make any play look good.
Yeah, and that's really where BBU wants to live, is those quick extensions and just have a nice solo play downfield. Is honestly gets a good 50 there. But for Team Sonus, they've done a really, really good job so far of getting up quick and challenging that, not giving BBU any space. But it's a matter of, can they keep it up for the entire series, or is BBU going to be able to wear that defense down and start breaking through?
Ado just firing this ball down the pitch. Honestly fun. Does fall into his own net, but not before picking up the save. John looking to pass that towards mid. Blake just there sitting and waiting. Has the flip reset. Has Pato mid, but Millsy says, no. You do not have anybody mid because I have John Cave already sitting at midfield. And how about a dunk to an outlet pass goal?
What a great cut there from John, realizing Millsy was going to get that beat and was in perfect position to put that in. And we were just talking about that's the type of play that BBU lives and dies on. And it worked out to perfection. These teams' kickoffs are going to drive me insane.
It is still better than watching Origin 2.
True.
Blake able to get that up to Pato off the back wall. Millsy, great job getting up and just sneaking a touch as the demos are traded. Blake gonna pick up one more for the road as Pato can't hit there. And honestly fun says, listen, I don't care how many players are on the pitch. I may be the only person left for BBU, but you have nobody in the net. Save this.
Yeah, you have to wonder what Pato is doing. Pato had just respawned. That's okay. I mean, good try from him to get there, almost able to, but honestly fun. What a heads up shot placement. Able to put that one just out of reach of the respawning Pato as he goes for another shot. But yeah, like you said, those demos getting traded out there, and I mean, BBU showing no fear as honestly fun just ego challenged that ball and able to slot it in.
Now back down the other way, John to honestly fun. Blake just gonna go ahead and get a catch, but it pops into the corner and getting deleted for it as pass off the back wall. Pato there for the challenge, able to get the save. A hard touch from Blake as there are 3 cars. Oh no, Blake! The miscommunication coming through as Camo had the shot and Blake just touched it in front of the net. The pressure is still on. The threat is not over, but the shot goes high from Pato as the explosions are happening everywhere. The bumps, we have gone from Rocket League to all around the pitch as neither team having any sort of idea what's going on, but all the pressure still for Team Sonus.
Yeah, and I mean, time and time again, we're seeing it from Honestly Fun, from BBU. They're getting a couple of bumps and demos and trying to open up space, but Team Sonus has done a great job of just shutting it down and being able to get those counterattacks. But I'm gonna blame that mistouch from Blake on getting his wisdom teeth out. He's just not thinking clearly. That's all it is.
He just couldn't say that he got it, and Camo wasn't ready for the little setup, having it teed up for him, and now getting teed up by Honestly Fun as Camo gets it around the corner, needs one more 50, unable to as John pops it up over his final 60 seconds. Team Sonus trying to play this ground game, trying to play these 50s, and BBU having none of it. Able to win multiple in a row, get the ball down. Nothing too terribly threatening, but enjoying this 1-goal lead as John picking it up in front of the net, gets it past one, over the top of the second, over the third, and Millsy is gonna secure it as John just made everybody on Team Sonus look silly.
Great play there from John. Blake not expecting him to be able to get up that quick for it, gets a little pop over, and Millsy with all the faith in the world in John there to finish off the beautiful pass. And BBU in good control here, but Team Sonus can score and score in droves quickly, so not out of this one just yet.
And Sarv, that's why I like you. You get my old man jokes, but Mills throwing another one on net, getting a little back pass, but might be right over the team. Sonus is the 50. Kicking over to Camo, has Blake underneath, goes for the flip, reset, solo play instead. A little bit surprising, especially after the way that they are getting the team plays rolling for them in game number 1. Just hasn't worked out here in game 2. As down to final 10 seconds, just don't have the time to be able to come back from this one. And BBU going to come back after losing game 1, down 1 in game 2 to not give up, keep their team plays rolling, and tie this series up at 1 apiece.
Yeah, really good adjustments there from BBU going into game 2, right? They tightened up that defensive rotation. You could tell their communication was a lot better. They had a lot more trust in each other. And look, they had saves. It's a miracle what happens when you save the ball.
Now, yes, they had 5 saves, 7 shots, and so it's only 1 that's unaccounted for Team Sonus. So we really can't even rag on Team Sonus for having inefficient shots. They were on point, but the 1 goal was a solo play. They didn't have any assists and didn't really have any true threatening shots that would have been assisted. Nothing was a nice infield pass or being able to throw it off the back wall, as BBU not only able to get the saves, but really shored up their backboard defense. It didn't allow any passes to get in front of the net. Yes, there was the one Blake Camo mix up in front of the net that probably should have gone in, but even if that does, that's still only a 3-2 and still a victory for BBU. And Sonus, they got to get back to their passing as BBU really shored up their backboards.
Yeah, and I mean, even that mix-up, you can't really blame Blake for that one, right? Like, the ball literally landed on him in front of the net. You have to take that and try and score it, even though Camo was right there. I don't blame Blake for what happened. That was just unfortunate, but like you said, Team Sonus really not able to get anything on the team's side, just playing as basically Sonus in that last match. And so for them to come back, they need to get back into those team plays. We're going to start this one off, and BBU looking to go right back to where they left game number 2 with just a bunch of offense.
Yeah, ball does get cleared down for Sonus, so will eventually kick out to Blake. It's another 50 by Honestly Fun, and that's really what's been working well for BBU. Are those 50-50 wins and keeping the ball in their possession. As Pato gonna kick this one across, doesn't have any boost to get the double. Camo gets the touch. Honestly Fun getting there in time. Blake having an opportunity to go off of the ceiling, does get the read, but a little bit high, and the double commit again. Camo, and this time Pato flying for that shot, neither able to get the touch with the demo back down the other way. It's actually going to work out in Millsy's favor as he respawns same side fortuitously and gets the backboard clear all the way back down the pitch. Now BBU's turn to attack.
Yeah, and I mean, we're seeing a lot more aggression come out here from Team Sonus with the bumps and demos trying to open up space. Almost ends up working out for him, as Blake gets a nice little pinch, drops it to Pato. Pato shot just a little wide. Good follow. Able to put that one in and open up the scoring for Team Sonus here. But, I mean, we've seen this the last 2 games as well, so this lead not safe at all.
Yeah, Pato, great job. Just stealing the boost, and I think it was a call on him. Oh, it's falling on your head. And going for the bump, it threw off the defender, even though he was there, didn't get demoed, still throwing off the spot enough to be able to follow up the touch. But again, the kickoff's right back down. BBU, Honestly Fun, is Millsy. A little 1-2-1, Millsy to John, back to Millsy. Blake getting up in time. Ball still bouncing in front of the net. Honestly Fun with the shot, and Pato off the back wall, getting the save. The scramble ensues, but will be Team Sonus possession just for a moment, as Honestly Fun gets it over everybody. Cam wants to throw it off of his own back wall. That's not what you want to do against BBU. They're incredibly adept at that, but Camo still gets the save. Hanging by the skin of their teeth, but Sonus picking up on the defensive side.
Yeah, good defensive stand there coming out from Sonus, and that has to be a confidence builder, especially after that last game where it felt like their defense really let them down every time there was a threatening opportunity, as a dangerous back pass comes out from Blake. Luckily, Pato's there to get the read. John trying to start the counter. And so far, Team Sonus' defense not allowing BBU to get those quick one-hitters. They're shutting them down at midfield, trying to force them into half-field sets.
And I like the change-up that we're seeing from Team Sonus as well. They're starting to play the 50s a little bit differently, but Millsy, oh no, gets a team save as that one was going in. Unfortunately, just trying to get out of the way, and a gift for Team Sonus, but the pressure is not over. It's Camo trying to clear this one out. Will eventually get a couple of touches, but dangerously throwing it towards midfield. It's Blake and John both up for the 50. Honestly fun. Can't get that one. The doink by Blake. Absolutely beautiful. And Millsy will be the first one to it. Pato, double tap opportunity, gets the first one and the flip reset, but the challenges from BBU are continuing to be there so quickly. You can't set up anything fancy against this BBU team. They have to be quick snapshots, either a pass or a shot themselves. We're not seeing that from Team Sonus, but still enjoying a 1-0 lead.
Yeah, even though they're getting some opportunities, feels like they're very comfortable just playing with this 1-0 lead and killing time and setting up with a half-field defense in their own half, and just letting BBU push into them and then getting a quick clear to counter it. But I mean, this should be a tie ball game with Millsy just falling awkwardly off a back wall and getting the save on that one. And it feels like it's rattled BBU a little bit, because ever since then they have not felt the same.
Almost getting the dunk there from Camo. Pato able to pick it up in the corner. All three members of BBU are in that corner as Pato gets it by everybody. And again, like you said, nobody there from Team Sonus. They're just sitting back and waiting. Oh, but a miss coming through. An opportunity for Millsy. Gets a pass out mid. Pato gets the touch. What a read and recovery. But again, this is where BBU has been thriving. Not giving up on the play, but nothing to show for it. Honestly fun, picking it up towards mid. Trying to go underneath and fake out Pato. It will not happen. The shot coming out from Blake. John, no problem on that save. Beautifully done as the pass coming out from Pato, and Camo just squirts this one. A little bit of a ground pinch that somehow gets over the top of the defenders.
I thought Pato got a touch there, but beautiful pass. Camo in the right spot, able to finish that one off. And finally, we're starting to see some team plays come out here from Sonus. I mean, yes, late in this one, they already had it locked up, but that is what they need if they want to end up taking the series away. And even though they go up 2-1, this is still one of those series that could go either way.
Yeah, their records are close for a reason. These teams are playing incredibly close. And okay, you give that goal back that Millsy just fell into. You know, it's still a 2-1 win for Team Sonus, but it's a whole different layout for the rest of the game, tied up 1-1. Is Team Sonus still that aggressive, being tied 1-1 and knowing that one mistake is losing the game, and not, okay, if we make one mistake, we get it, we're trying to go for the security goal, it's just overtime, or we secure the win. So it's a lot different mindset, risk-reward factors for that goal in that moment.
Yeah, and I mean, let's look at BBU for a second. They still had 10 shots, but the difference between this game and the last game is none of those shots were threatening outside of the one that their own teammate saved. Right? Everything else was just off target. It was just a little high. It was soft shots towards net that they were able to just pop and counterattack back downfield. But Team Sonus did a great job of changing their pace of play. Normally we preach, hey, don't do that, stick to your game plan, but they stuck to a game plan that still worked for them while throwing off the pace that BBU was expecting. And Team Sonus, if they can switch it up again here, they can come away with the win and shut this series down. But the last thing they want to do is go to game 5 against BBU.
Yeah, and we saw them playing for those low 50s, and with BBU trying to play for those and trying to set something up with the 50 into their transitional game. We'll see if that continues to hold true here in game number 4. It's Millsy and John both going up for that. Neither of them able to get a touch, but honestly fun getting it by 2 members as well. It doesn't have any boost to follow it up, but a little bit of scramble action going on by these teams. Just one touch getting over 2 players back-to-back times. Need to make sure they have good spacing, especially on the defensive side, as Blake is going to get the shot on net and is awkwardly bouncing in front of the net. As Camo throwing it on Millsy there for back-to-back saves, and yes, the shots are on target. Whew, I was getting ready to say they haven't been too terribly threatening until that one. A nice save coming through from Team Sonus, but it just looks like both teams need to settle down and calm down just a smidge here in the start of Game 4.
Yeah, as Blake's gonna get a nice little touch along sidewall, trying to get it out for Camo. Honestly, fun, huge challenge. Oh, John, just missing that. He wanted that little back wall redirect, not gonna be there. But seeing some more aggression come out from BBU, trying something a little different here so far, and changing the pace, and it's catching Sonus off guard.
Yeah, but you can only catch him off guard for so long. You have to have something to show for it. As Pato has the flip reset, went for the musty, unable to get there in time as Camo had plenty of time taking all that time, picking up some boost and trying to get something back down the other way. As I'm surprised at how much space Team Sonus has been given by this BBU squad here in game number 4. But again, nothing to show for it, as both John and Millsy in front of the net. Looked like Millsy was going for the bump, unable to connect, and now 1v1 back down the other way. And honestly, fun. So no. This is a team game. There are no 1v1s here. I will make sure my teammate's not on the island. Take it down the other way.
Yeah, as honestly, Fun wanted to find another pass there, but it looks like for BBU, their second and third mans are starting to rotate really deep, as John almost own goals that one. Pato can't punish Millsy. Good beat off the double commit. John looking for the outlet. He's going to get it over to Millsy, but Pato able to cut that off, as we're almost halfway through this game and still no score as of yet.
That would have been an epic tank curse for sure. But yeah, we're at halftime here. And again, it just looks like both teams are discombobulated on what they want to do. It's not what they are doing, it's what do they want to do and how do they execute that game plan. It just looks like they're going out there trying to see if anything happens to bounce free, rather than attack and a coordinated assault on the offensive side and on the transition. It's honestly fun. Able to get this up to John, pops it up high. Pato will be able to take it into the corner, missing the second touch, but still awkward as Millsy and BBU have ratcheted up the physicality, getting multiple demos, but also a couple of misses coming from that. It's honestly fun. Doesn't have any more boost to follow up. John did attempt to go there. Now Blake to Pato has the redirect opportunity. Ended up just being a tactical fake, and Millsy not falling for it.
Yeah, as Blake, it's an awkward touch. Honestly, Fun's gonna be there. What a read from Honestly Fun, the beautiful double. And BBU take the late lead here with 1:30 to go.
Yeah, great job by Honestly Fun. Just beating Blake to that first touch, expecting it to be high, and it was, but Honestly Fun having no doubts. And again, that's the difference. Having a game plan when you're touching the ball, knowing where your team is, knowing where you are, what are you going to do with it? And that's really the first time on either side that we've seen a tried and true, this is what I'm going to do, and I'm going to execute. As we see here, just a bump from John. There's no way he was going to get back, and that was a mix-up, miscoordination coming out from Team Sonus off the double commit.
Yeah, it almost felt like they were starting to try and rush to break out of their own half, not thinking that they still had 1.5 minutes to tie this one up. It felt like they wanted to get a quick answer instead of taking their time, and just a double commit. Pato went for the boost in the corner, ended up getting bumped out of the way by John, and nothing they could do as they left that net wide open.
Blake trying to get something going back down the other way, will be shut down by John right at midfield. An awkward touch by Camo, does get it by one. The net open for a brief moment, had to take a quick shot over Millsy. A nice snap coming out from Pato, but Millsy there for the save yet again. Able to pick up his third save, but misses the open net. See if that goes back to Biden, especially if Sonus is able to get a quick goal immediately. That one's going to pop out to Blake, trying to go high for it, going for that double touch. And it will be Camo who ends up getting this goal, as Blake, the tactical fake, working.
Sorry, I'm reading what Millsy's saying because that is hysterical. But I mean, nice play there from Camo, just waiting for it to fall right to him. Blake, like you said, the nice little fake long back wall. But Millsy, if they end up losing this one, Millsy's going to want that back. Had everything in the world to shoot at and just sent it wide. And what's up with these invitational teams and missing open nets?
Cookies was the one who admins and plans this, and so they've had to talk to Cookies far too much. And we all know we have the Cookies counter on the open net misses, so it must just be him rubbing off. But in the grand scheme of things, it did not matter, as BBU still able to take the 2-1 victory and send us into the deciding game 5.
Yeah, and this is if your team Sonus, this is not where you wanted to be, right? Like BBU in game 5s historically have been a very, very dangerous team. And this game showed why. They were able to go up 1, sit there, play with Team Sonus, stop their offense, get a safety goal, and then they were able to just sit back and coast. Yeah, I mean, they still had 10 shots with pretty much everything on target, but for Team Sonus, like BBU is probably the most dangerous game 5 team in the Invitational. And you have to wonder if you squandered your chances too early there in game number 4.
Yeah, now we need to add an addendum to that. BBU is probably the best game 5 or the most dangerous game 5 team in the Invitational because Dilly is not playing for them.
Fair enough.
But both of these teams have had one game 5 already in the Invitational. Team Sonus lost to Wet 2-3 in game 5. Again, a 1-goal loss with 11 seconds. It was a 1-0. While BBU got the reverse sweep on New Horizons. Both of those game 5s happened week 1 on Thursday. So it's been a long time since either team has had a game 5. Let's see how they are able to handle that, force the pressure, force their gameplay here, and take the victory to move themselves above 500.
Yeah, as John gets a nice little lob there. Camo along back wall already, just trying to find Pato, gets it to him. Good bump coming out from Honestly Fun. Both these teams honestly feeling like it's a game 1 all over again, just trying to feel each other out and figure out how this pace is going to be for the next 5 minutes.
Shot coming down from John is turned away by Camo, but not able to follow it up as Millsy sitting on sidewall, tries to go up. Pato able to be the first one to a good boost pickup by Blake. Has Camo mid, a pass comes down, going for the bump, unable to connect with Honestly Fun as the shot didn't have a ton of power behind it. And now a 1-2-1 back down the other way, and exactly what we expect from BBU. A saved turn into a transitional passing play as Honestly Fun to Millsy, back to Honestly Fun to get the first goal of game 5.
Yeah, and the hard part for Sonus there on the defensive end, Millsy had John on the right side if he really needed to drop it there. So you had to guess which way he was going to pass it, and either way it was going to end up being wrong because Millsy had all the time in the world to drop it down. Beautiful team play coming out from BBU, and for Team Sonus, the panic has to be setting in here.
Still plenty of time, cannot dwell on that one. Still more than capable and have scored plenty of goals to be able to come back and have plenty of opportunities as Camo trying to get that rolling here with John. Will be the first one to it, doesn't have any boost to work with, still gets a pass down to Millsy who fires one off. Blake does get there in time for the save as Honestly Fun. Looking to get that off the back wall to Millsy. The miss comes out. Pato getting that one over the top. Camo rushing for the demo. Pato just goes for the dunk. And again, the coordination is not quite there for Team Sonus. They had an opportunity. They had plenty of time and just rushed the shot. It could have been a pass. Could have been a bump late. They had options. It went for a dunk.
Yeah, and you have to question that. Are they just going for that because they don't have faith in the team plays? I don't agree just going for the dunk instead of playing for the pass there as Millsy starts to counter. He's going to get 50 by Pato, but everyone from BBU first one to that ball as the rest of Team Sonus has rotated back, and it's almost looked like they're going into a shell, to try and prevent from giving up another goal rather than trying to score a goal to tie it.
Yeah, but PBU is doing a fantastic job of avoiding the bumps and demos on the goal line when they are coming through. Blake was going for Honestly Fun as Camo fired that one off and able to avoid and get the save in the one fail swoop. Pressure on here for Team Sonus as Blake able to get a couple touches. Honestly Fun just dust everybody. The ball has the double set up. It goes high and Blake able to use his own crossbar to get that one out as whew, the backboard is so dangerous with this BBU squad. You cannot let, even if he's going the opposite way, you got to believe the touch is coming through.
Yeah, and I think the big thing that we aren't talking about is John has had 50s of a lifetime in the last 3 games in this series. A lot of the counterattacks for BBU that have resulted in goals or good opportunities have come off the back of John having just incredible 50 after incredible 50, and Sonus not really having an answer for that.
Camo gonna catch this one on sidewall and getting something set up, but doesn't get the follow-up touch, and Millsy gets the first one and the 50. Blake just firing this one towards net, both Honestly Fun and John sitting in net waiting. Now John rushing down for the demo, gets a Camo! Able to get the touch, but it wasn't enough as John says, let me show you how to get a demo in front of the net and clear things up for your teammates.
And yet again, as I was just saying it, John there to start that one off, gets a nice little touch and a huge demo there. And BBU with under a minute to play, now only up 1.
You were saying?
I didn't say it. I was about to, but I didn't.
You were saying?
Oh my goodness, the 50 coming out there from Blake right off the kickoff. Exactly what the doctor ordered for Team Sonus, but still finding themselves down 1. Doesn't have to happen off the kickoff. It could though, because Honestly Fun has to rush back on that one to be able to pick up the save. And again, I like the pressure that Sonus is applying, just not able to win that 150 that is necessary. Not able to get the one bump that is necessary to clear out the net as Millsy gets that shot. Blake there for the save. The bump coming through as well. A little bit of discombobulation going on in the corner. Opening up for Team Sonus, Camo with John in net able to get the save. And my goodness, the power. That ball bounced almost to the ceiling.
Yeah, and a very similar situation to game 1 where John missed that save last time, able to get it. And I mean, that safety goal for BBU, we talked about it in the last game, gave them the confidence to just push through as John, beautiful fake, kills a ton of time. Final seconds ticking off here. Pato's going to keep this one up, has a nice little dribble, goes for the flick. John coming in clutch again with the huge save, but Blake keeps this one up. Pato trying to, but Blake kills it. Blake killed it. Oh no.
I don't think he wanted that touch. I think he was just trying to get out of the way, and it kills the ball as Pato is coming back to get the touch, and BBU able to hang on and pick up the victory here in game 5. My goodness, what a series between these two teams. We're expecting it to be close. We always want them to be good series, but man, did this one deliver.
Yeah, really, really well played, and it felt like this was how it was going to go when we were talking to Camo before, but they had a great opportunity there at the end for Team Sonus, and again, just a mistouch along sidewall that Blake didn't need to touch that. I don't know if he just fell into it. I don't know if he was trying to kick it out, but Pato had the lineup to keep that one alive and could have got it out to Camo, and so another missed opportunity for Team Sonus, and I feel like we're repeating last Invitational again.
Yep, but repeating here for win number 4 is Millsy has joined us in Booth, and Millsy, whoo, listen, I know y'all are out there to pitch and you have 100% confidence in everything you're doing, but what a series. What was the difference that allowed you guys to be able to just squeak ahead there at the end?
Oh, it was an absolute nail biter, that game. Honestly, I think that we just stayed consistent and put full trust in each other. And though Sonus was on an absolute roll, we were gifted the lead early enough, and we just kind of tried to keep our momentum and play a solid game and shut them down, and it worked out at the end. So
Now, you guys are known, and Tank and I talk about it all the time, for your guys' transitional plays, especially on the offensive side. Being able to get the outlet pass and, your 1-2-1 or just a quick outlet pass to shot. It looked like Team Sonus started to shut that down early, but the late games 3, 4, and 5, that really started to come true. What was the difference to allow that first player to break out and give you guys that offensive transition opportunities?
We just kind of kept with what we were doing. I think speed kind of helps. I don't know if they slowed down or if we sped up or what happened, but we just started beating to the first ball, getting the first clear, and getting a transitional play. But we're trying to kind of veer away from that because everyone is kind of expecting us to do it in all these games now. So we're trying to work on some other things.
Yeah, if we notice it, I know y'all notice it.
Oh yeah. Yeah. It's definitely our strong point, but we're trying to work on other things as well.
Yeah, no doubt. Now, you guys, you broke a 3-match win streak of Team Sonus. You guys are now on a 3-match win streak yourselves. I know when we talked at the beginning of the circuit and when we were talking with Dilly in the first pre-show, you guys were really taking a good hard look at what was going on and refocusing yourself. You're now above 500, but you're against an Origin Gaming 2 squad coming up that nobody knows how they play because they don't know how they play.
Yep.
But they took Origin Gaming to Game 5. Is there anything that you're looking for in that, or is it just going to be a, hey, we know what we do best, let's go into it and see what happens?
So we're working on things behind the scenes right now. We just started working on it, say, last week. So we're going to kind of focus on that for this week and kind of polish it out so that we can bring our best game for Origin 2. It's going to be really weird, but we're hoping it'll be enough.
Look, everything is weird with that team, but hey, appreciate the time here tonight. And again, congratulations on the victory. Looking forward to seeing you guys back on Thursday on the B stream against Origin Gaming 2.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having me, guys.
Absolutely. So again, that was Millsy from the victorious Best Buds United, who are now 4-3 Team Sonus, dropping to 3-4. So a little bit of shifting in the standings there. But, again, these middle teams, Tank, they're jostling all over the place. And it hurts a little bit, but I struggle to say that this is a season killer.
Yeah, it's definitely not. I mean, Team Sonus was almost in the same position last Invitational. They were able to bounce back and have a good run into playoffs. Yeah, they ran up against a really strong round 1 opponent, but I mean, in all honesty, if they're looking to make top 8 to get the automatic qualifier, like, this is kind of the position they want to be in, right? You want to be in the middle of the pack where you're going to be playing like Irate or Galactic or RBG Claw or even Circuitry, right in that range, so you have a, you aren't having to play wet escape velocity Origin Gaming to try and make the next Invitational. So I don't think it's a season killer. If anything, I mean, it's putting them in a good position because Team Sonus is a team that you need to worry about, and BBU already showed last Invitational they're a top 8 team for sure, and just showed why tonight.
Yeah. Now, based on the standings, it does look like Team Sonus will have a little bit easier of matchup on Thursday as they are facing Galactic Gaming 2-4, while BBU is facing Origin Gaming 2, who is now 4-3. So, definitely a little bit of difference. So their opponent very easily could end the week 500 both teams, but we'll see how that plays out. In the meantime, we still have more matches this week. We're going to head to a quick intermission. When we come back, ladies and gentlemen, what a way to cap off the night. It is the defending champions, but yet 4-2 with a bold claim to say, and they're not losing another one. Wet Esports versus a 4-2 Eclipse Esports. Don't go anywhere. Top of the hour. More Indy Gaming League Summer Invitational to come.